Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrance Soap, and I just realized that I'm selling a lot of lavender essential oil soaps, and it wasn't too long ago. You can just look back a couple videos on the Vibrance Soap channel. I just made a lavender mint soap, lavender peppermint, and now I'm making a lavender lemongrass, which in my mind is still the same color profile of purple and green, and in this case I'm going to use a yellowish green. But I want to show you what I can do with picking different variants of the green and purple and change out the swirl type to make a soap look quite different, even though the colors are basically the same. So I'm going to show you how I do that today, and let's get started. Okay, so everything's at the same temperature now. Something at a little cooler temp today, around 70 degrees. It will help the soap to stay liquefied longer, but basically I let things cool off longer than I usually do, and I came back and it was 70 degrees, so ready to start soaping. And I'm going to blend my oils and coconut milk, kaolin clay, now it's ready for the lye solution. Let's blend that. I haven't done a chopstick swirl in a long time, so I thought I would do that today. Okay, let's get the essential oils in there, and I'm just using lavender and a little bit of lemongrass. I feel the lemongrass kind of brightens things up. And I think that some people that don't like a straight lavender really like a little bit of something else. That looks nice and emulsified. So keeping things a little simpler today, because I think I like my essential oil soaps to be a little bit more simple. I only have purple and green, but a couple varieties of each. This is going to be the bigger portion of my base. It's the lighter purple. And then I have a bit of a darker purple. Sure I have enough for these darker or more concentrated accent colors, a purple and a green, and one of my favorite greens here, pistachio green from Rustic Essentials. I think we're ready to blend. The only thing I'm not going to blend right now are the ones in the cups, because I want them to stay fluid, and I'm going to pour them last. That looks good. Alright, I'm back to my loaf mold. I'm going to give my colors a little stir first, get any extra bubbles out. Make sure everything is blended. These are nice steps to do, where it cuts down on bubbles. So when you cut into your soap and you see the absence of bubbles, you'll be happier, I think. Also gives you a good idea of what consistency your soap is at. And this is nice and fluid. If this was more of a layered soap, I would want it a little more thick. That smells so good in here. As long as it's staying liquid, I'm taking my time. I still see some bubbles coming up. Bubbles tend to stick to the walls of the bowl, so I do an occasional scrape down of the bowl like this. And I'm just doing gentle stirring because I don't want to get more bubbles in there. I want to get the bubbles that are in there to come to the surface and pop. Okay, so let's get all the base in here. And the rest I'll save for the top. The green in there. Darker purple. It's real subtle. These are going to be big bars. And I'm going to just whisk these darker versions of green and purple. Get that in there. And the last color. This is a purple from Nurture Soap called MARDI GRAS, and it has a little bit of sparkle to it. It'll be real subtle. Deserves to be on top. I'm pouring really close to the surface so I get that to linger on top a bit. Save some because I'm going to do my chopstick swirl. I can get this really deep. Then do my scrapings. So I'm going to scrape in my purples first, then end up in that dark Mardi Gras purple, so that can be on top too. And the reason for that is there's so many purples that I want to leave some space for the green on top. And since I think I really like that green on top like that, I think I'm going to get my other colors in there and then end up with that light green again. I was originally going to swirl the top, but sometimes I see the way that the colors go in on top and think that is awesome. Like other soaps that I make, I take the cue from the scent to help me determine the colors. And since this is lemongrass and lavender, I have the purple and the light yellow-green. So that's about it. And because the last soaps in started to slightly solidify, there's a bit of a texture on top too that I really like. Alright, so we'll give you a little look at this and then bring you back for the cut. Okay, I'm ready to cut this. Let's cut that end piece off first. I don't know what else I could do first. I have to do the end. Two kinds of green in there. Just curious whether the two kinds of purple are going to be distinct enough to show up, because they were really close. It looks so organic, like it's growing this way. I see a little bit of a darker purple in there, but it's hard to tell sometimes when you mix your micas, especially when you're shooting for some subtlety. They really look like plants growing, don't they? And it smells really great. Pretty consistent, even at the end. Talking about the swirls. I think that these swirls of purple in the center are a little bit darker than the rest. Nice fine lines there. I could never do that if I tried. That little scroll right there. That little bit of green, deeper green right in there. I like that kind of detail. This one you can see the darker purple. It's subtle. If it wasn't there, it would seem a little more flat. So all is not lost. I could do a better job here of getting rid of all the bubbles, because I haven't really seen one. I may have just jinxed myself. I say I don't see any bubbles, and then the next one there's a big bubble. We're doing good. I hope everyone's well out there. Been taking care. For me, I've been jumping into creative projects, walking around, taking photos of plants and flowers again to post on my Instagram. And it's about filling up your creative center with lots of beauty, and then eventually sometimes works out that it's inspiring enough to come out in an upcoming project that you don't even know about yet, but without inspiration, it's a little more tricky. But I thank you for your comments. It kind of makes me feel like I'm not alone, you know. Filming these things is like a one direction thing. I'm talking to my camera, but when I get the comments back, That's when it goes full circle. And I really like that. And I try to respond to everybody. It's getting more difficult because there's been a lot of comments, but yeah, if you look through the comments, you can see I try to respond to everybody. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. And I got some other ideas cooked up for future videos. And we'll see you later. Bye, everybody.